Good evening everyone. Welcome back to our math class. So children, till now we were learning about factors and multiples, different properties related to factors and multiples. Even we have learned different methods to find the highest common factor and the least common multiple, as well as some properties related to them. Now it is the time to test your knowledge. So how far you understood all these concepts and topics? Now let us test ourselves by solving few sums given in let us assess. So here few of the sums I am going to help you out. So I will start with question number 6. Why? Because question number 1, 2, 3 and 4. In question number 1 you are given two numbers where you have to simply find out the first three common multiples of those given numbers. So you have to simply write their multiples and find out their common multiples. Similarly, for the second question you are given find the factors of each pair of numbers and circle the common factors. So this also you can do it. Then comes the question number 3 where you have to find the product of prime numbers and draw a factor tree. Right? We have already discussed how to draw a factor tree by breaking down any given number to its factors. Okay? And you have to keep on breaking them until you get prime factors at the end. So this one is also homework for you. Then comes the question number 4, where in question number 4 you are already given a short division from where you have to find out what is the HCF and what is the LCM. Children, we all very well know whenever we are finding the HCF by short division method, always we used to divide all the three given numbers by a common factor. So which common factors used to divide all the three given numbers? The product of those common factors are considered as the HCF, whereas the rest of the numbers such as the common factors as well as the uncommon factors, the product of all these will be the LCM of those numbers. So you find this one also. Then in question number 5 you are given find the HCF of the following numbers by prime factorization method and division method. So you are given few numbers, you have to find their HCF by both the methods. For every given number, pair of number or a group of number, what you will do? First you will find the prime factorization, find the HCF by prime factorization. Next you will find by short division method. Right? Sorry, it is given long division method. You have to find by long division method. So you do them, and if you cannot do or if you have any doubts, you go through the videos that are being sent. Go through the methods of finding HCF by different methods, that is prime factorization method, short division method, long division method. Okay, you go through them, then definitely you will understand. So now let me help you out in solving question number 6 bit B. You are given almost 5 numbers and you are asked to find their LCM by prime factorization method as well by short division method. So here let us first prime factorize each of the given number. So first let me prime factorize the number 12. 2 6 2 3 3 1. Here 2 7 2 2 2 3 2 6 12. 2 1 2 8 2 9 then comes 3 3 then 3 1. Then this is 2 4 8, 2 8 16, 2 2 2 4 2 12 2 6 2 3 and 3 1. Here comes 2 6 12 and 0, 2 30 2 15 5 3 3 1. Right? Here 2 8 and 2 4 2 4 2 2 2 2 2 2 1 3 sevens are 7 ones are. So you can see here clearly for LCM by prime factorization, finding LCM by prime factorization method, what we have to do first, whatever the numbers are given to you, first you have to prime factorize them to find their prime factors. Now let me show you here. The number 12 can be written as the product of their prime factors, like 2 into 3. Then the number 144 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3, right? Then comes the number 96 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. Be careful while writing all the factors. Don't miss any of the factor, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Then a 3. Then comes the number 120. We have 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 5. Then 168 is 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 7. Now LCM. How will you find the LCM of all these numbers? Just recall, by prime factorization method, whenever we are going to find the LCM, be careful. First step, very easy. It is very easy. First what you will do, you will first find out what are the prime numbers you got as factors overall. You got a 2 as a factor, 3 as a factor, then 5 as a factor and 7 as a factor. Now in every number, what is the maximum repetition of any one of the factor? Let us first start with 2. Okay, 2. In the first number 12, 2 is maximum repetition of 2 is twice. In the second number, the maximum repetition of the factor 2 is only 4 times. In the third number, maximum repetition of 2 is 5 times. Okay. In the fourth number, maximum repetition of 2 is 3 times, and in the fifth number also 3 times. So what is the maximum repetition of 2 in any one of the number? It is maximum up to 5 times it has gone. So consider that. Right. Next come to the factor 3. Here 3 is only once, here twice, here once, here once, here once. So in one number we have the maximum repetition of 3 twice. So consider the twice repetition of 3. Next come to the factor 5. Here no 5, here also there is no 5, here no, here only 1 5, here not there. So 5 is only repeated once. Then 7 is also only once. Now the product of all these factors will give you the LCM of this given numbers, 5 numbers. So first let us group any 2, 5 into 2, 10, and rest of the numbers you multiply. 2 to the 4 to the 8 to the 16. 16. Then 3 3s are 9, 9 7s are 63. Right. 3 6 are 18, 48, 6 6 36, 3 96. So you get 8 0 1, and a 10 you have, right? So 1 0 0 8 0 will be your LCM by prime factorization method. Okay, this is your LCM by prime factorization method. So we have to find the LCM of these same numbers by division method also. So let us see whether we are getting the same LCM by short division method also or not. Now draw the short division method. Okay, this is by short division method. Okay. So first let us see what type of numbers we got here. Okay. We have all the numbers even numbers. So this can be divisible by, as all the numbers are even numbers, these numbers can be divisible by 2. So let us divide. 2 6s, 2 7s, 2 2s, 2 4s 8, 2 8s, 2 6s and 0, 2 8s 16, 2 4s 8. Now further you divide again by 2 only. 2 3s, 2 3s 6, 2 6s 12, 2 2s, 2 4s, 2 30s, 2 4s, 2 2s. Then all these all the 5 numbers can be divisible by 3. 3 1s, 3 2s, 3 6, 3 8s, 3 10s, 3 1s, 3 4s. Right. Now all these numbers again can be divisible by 2. 6s, 4s, 5s, 7s. Out of all these numbers, see, as we are finding the LCM by short division method, what we have discussed, if at least any 2 numbers are also divisible by any of the factor, then you have to continue your division. Okay, we have to continue our division until we get all co-prime numbers. So chalo, let's divide it by 2, because 6 and 4 can be divisible by 2. 1 3 2 5 and 7. Now these all numbers are the numbers that we will multiply them to find the LCM, right? So we are going to multiply all these. Done. So LCM is equal to 2 into 2 into 3 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 2 into 5 into 7. Don't miss any of the factor. Don't miss. Be careful while writing them. Now, if you will compare that, here how many 2's we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3's are 2. 1, 2. Then a 5 and a 7. So, obviously you will get the same product. Right. So, this is the way how we found the LCM by short division method, and the previous method which we found, that was by prime factorization method. So children, in the same way for the question number 5, in question number 5, okay, you are asked to find the HCF by both the methods. So there you will find HCF. In question number 6, you were asked to find LCM of both the given numbers, LCM of the given numbers by prime factorization method as well by division method. So this is the sum. Next, let us continue with the question number 7. Question number 7 is given, the product of 2 numbers is given. Even you are given the LCM, then you have to find the HCF. Children, I have given you all the formulae where you can derive the value. I have derived all the formulae which are being derived from the relationship between product of any 2 numbers and the LCM and HCF. That is, product of any 2 numbers is equal to product of their LCM and HCF, and using that formula I have derived all the formulas related to this. So from where you could be able to easily find out the HCF, LCM or any one of the given number. So here you are given the product of the 2 numbers as well as the LCM of the numbers, and you need to find the HCF. So what is the formula, children? HCF is equal to product of the 2 numbers divided by LCM. Before solving this one, first you write down the formula, then you put all the values in its respective places and then do the calculation. Right? Then we have Question number 8. Find the greatest number that divides 120 and 144 without leaving any remainder. So children, how will you find the greatest number that can divide any two given number exactly? Right. We can find it by finding their highest common factor. So the highest common factor of these two given numbers will be the greatest number that can divide them exactly without leaving any remainder. Then comes question number 9, where it is given that two strings of length 285 and 345 are to be cut into small pieces of equal length. See children, already we have discussed the same thing yesterday. First of all, whenever any story sum or word problems related to LCM and HCF are given, you have to be very careful there to collect the keywords first. So here, while going through this question itself, just now we came across a word that the lengths of the two strings 285 centimeter and 345 centimeter are to be cut into small pieces where every piece should be equal length. Equal length. This means again the concept of equal distribution is coming. So whenever there is a concept of equal distribution is being there in any question, then definitely we have to opt for finding the HCF of those given numbers. So the maximum length of each piece of wire, each piece of string can be found by finding their HCF. Right. Now let us move to the next question, that is question number 10. 3 bells rings at an interval of 10, 15 and 20 minutes respectively. 3 bells are there. First bell rings at 10 minutes, then at 15 minutes, and another one rings after 20 minutes. So in every 10 minutes, 15 minutes and 20 minutes one bell is ringing. If they all rang at 11 a.m. together, all of them rang at 11 a.m. together. So what is the next time when they will ring together? Already we have gone through all the keywords related to this LCM and HCF where we get the repetition or occurrence of any event in different intervals of time, and we are going to find their occurrence at the same time, then in that case we opt for finding the LCM of those numbers. So here we will find LCM of the given numbers. Right. So next question is question number 11, where we have find the smallest number when divided by 143 and 275 leaves the remainder 7. So children, this is completely new question for you. You have to find the least number or the smallest number which when divided by the given numbers leaves the remainder 7. So finding the least or the smallest number means we used to go for finding the LCM first. So whenever you are given that a number, find the smallest number that can divide them and leaves a remainder, then what you will do? First of all, you will go for finding their LCM. So let us solve this one. This is your question number 11. So you are given the number 143 and 275. 143 and 275. Right. So here you have to try to find their LCM first, and whatever the LCM you get, you have to add the remainder to the LCM, then only you will get the required number, that required smallest number that can be divisible by these two numbers. So first of all, let us find out what is the common factor of these two numbers. See, 4 plus 1, 5. 5, 3, 8. This number is not divisible by 3. Even it's not divisible by 2. Then what else the other number it can be divisible? It can be divisible by 11. If you will see, 11 ones is 11. 3 remainder, 11 threes are 33. Right? Then here 11 how many times it will go? 11 twos are 22, 5 remainder, 5 5 55, so 11 5s are 55, right? Now 13 and 25 are co-prime numbers, so further we cannot divide anymore. So what will be the LCM here? LCM of 143 and 275 will be equal to product of all these 11, 13 and 25. So carefully multiply them. 11 into 13 is 143 and multiply it by 25. 5 3 is 15, 5 and 1, 5 4 is 20, plus 1, 20, 1 and 2, 5, 2, 7. 3 2s are 6, 4 2s are 8, 2 1s are 2. 5, 7, 15 and 3. Right? So you got the product or the LCM, you got how much? 3575. So we are given that find out the least number which leaves a remainder 7 after dividing by these numbers. But what number we got? It is the least number or the smallest number that can be exactly divisible. So in order to find the least number that can be divisible by these two numbers by leaving a remainder of 7, we will find it by adding 7 to the LCM. So our required number is equal to 3575 plus 7, that is 3582. So therefore you have to write a statement. Therefore 3582 is the smallest number that leaves a remainder that leaves a remainder 7 when divided by how much? 143 and 275, right? So this is the sum. How to solve? So next question we have, what is the greatest number that can divide 664 and 170 with remainder 1 and 2 respectively? This means what is the greatest number by which when you divide the first number it leaves a remainder 1, and when you divide the second number it leaves a remainder 2. For this the procedure is different, and here we are going to find the greatest number. Greatest number means we have to find their HCF. So how will we find their HCF? Let's see. So always whenever you are asked to find the greatest number that can be divide the given number and leave some remainder, or find the least number that can divide the given number by leaving some remainder, the procedures you remember that in case of finding the smallest number, what will be the solution? LCM plus the remainder. But in the case of finding the greatest number that can divide and that leaves the remainder, in that case what you will do, first of all, whatever the numbers are given from the numbers, you have to subtract the remainder first and you get a new number, right? Whatever new number you will get. So for each from every number you will subtract its respective remainders. Okay. Then every time you get a new number. So whatever numbers you get, you will finally find their HCF. So let's see how to find. Don't forget these techniques, children. So we are given 664 and 170. This is question number 12. Excuse me. You are given 664 and 170, where you are said that the first number and the second number, when they are divided by any greatest number, they leaves a remainder 1 in the first by the first number, and when it is it divides by 170, when it is divides 170, it leaves the remainder 2. So for that, what you have to do, take the first number and subtract the remainder. For the first number, the remainder is 1. So after subtracting, you get 663. And take the second number and subtract its remainder. It was given in the book that the remainder for the second number is 2. So after subtracting it, we get 168. Now we got our new numbers. What do we have to do next? Now we have to find the HCF of 663 and 168, which will give you the greatest number that divides these two numbers by leaving remainder 1 and 2. So let's find their HCF by short division method or by long division method, any of one of them. So let us divide by long division method. 663 divided by 168. How many times it will go? 168 4 is 32 and 3, 6 4 is 24, 3 27 and 2. So 672. It's more than 663 means it will go 3 times. 3 8 is 24 and 2 carry. 3 6 is 18, 19, 20, 0 and 2. 3 1 is 3 2, 5. Right? Now 13 minus 4 is 9. Here how much you get? 5. Here how much? You get 1. And now this remainder or this difference will become the new divisor and divide 168. Right? 159. 1's a 160. 59 you will get. 18 minus 9 is 9. And now divide 159 here. 9 how many times will go? 9 1's are 9. Okay? 9 1's are 9. 9 6 is 15. 69. Right? So 16 9's are 9 6's are 50. 9 6's are 54. 9 7's are 63. 9 7's are 63 and 6 carry. 7 9 6 15. 153 you get here. Right? Now the remainder is how much? 6. Divide 9 by 6. Right? Divide 9 by 6. Now 6 1's are 6. 3 is the remainder. Divide 6 by 3. Okay? Now 3 how many times will go for 6? 3 2's are 6 and remainder 0. Can you find it? See how it is going. So here finally we got 0. Okay, what is the divisor at which gave us the remainder 0? 3 is the divisor that gave us the remainder 0. So therefore HCF of 663 and 168 is 3. Right? So 3 is the greatest number. You have to write a statement. Therefore 3 is the greatest number that divides divide 664 and 170, leaving remainder 1 and 2 what? Respectively. Respectively means the first remainder refers to the first number, second remainder refers to the second number. Understood, children? So this is how you are going to solve question number 12. Next comes question number 13. The traffic lights at 3 different road crossings change after every minute. Means traffic lights at 3 different road crossings changes after every 1 minute, 1 minute, 20 seconds and 2 minutes. So you have to be careful. Here the times are given in seconds and minutes too. So first time is given in 1 minute. The next time is given in 1 minute 20 seconds and the third time is given in minutes. So it is better for you to solve this one, convert all the given time into minutes, seconds and then do it. So let's solve this one also. So the timings are given to you that the lights at 3 different road crossings change after. Lights of the road crossings change after every what? 1 minute. This means how many seconds? 60 seconds. Then 1 minute. 1 minute 60 seconds. That is 1 minute is 1 minute 20 seconds, right? 1 minute is 60 seconds and another 20 seconds. That is total 80 seconds, right? Then how many minutes? 2 minutes. 2 minutes means how many seconds? 60 multiplied by 2. You get 120 seconds. So you are asked if they change simultaneously at 12 noon, at what time will they change together again? If they are changing together at 12 noon, again at what time they will change, we have to find out. So we are here finding the occurrence of this event once again at what time. So this means we are going to find the LCM of these numbers. So let us find LCM of 60, 80 and 120. Let us find by short division method. All these three can be divisible by 2 as well as by 10. Let's divide it by 10. 10 6 za, 10 8 za, 10 12 za, right? Now divide all these 3 by 2, 2 3 za, 2 4 za, 2 6 za. Further, as we are finding LCM, if any of the two numbers are divisible by any number, you have to divide 3. Let's divide by least one. 2, 3, 2 2 za, 2 3 za, right? Now again it can be divisible by 3, 3 1 za, 2 1 za, right? Here LCM is equal to how much? 10 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 2. 10 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 2. Right? Multiply it. 2 2s are 4, 2s are 8. 8 3s are 24. 24 into 10, 240. Got it? So 240 what? All these are time in seconds. So we got 240 seconds. 240 seconds. So find out if they change simultaneously at 12 noon, at what time they will together change. So 240 seconds means how many minutes? Find out. 240 divided by 60 if you will do, you get 4 minutes, right? Means after 4 minutes. Okay, so 12 are 4 minutes. So therefore if they change simultaneously at 12 noon, then again next they will change together at 12 hours 4 minutes. So the lights will change again together at 12:04 p.m. right? Because after 12 noon, whatever the time is there, it will be considered as the post meridian, so it will be in PM. Okay, how did you get this one? That is 12 noon plus 0:04 minutes. Okay, so 12 hours plus 4 minutes. 12 hours plus 4 minutes. Right? Understood? So children, these are the questions that we have in Let Us Assess, where few of the sums you can do by yourself, and whichever sums you may or you would found difficulty, I have explained them. So try your best, try to solve the rest of the sums, and wherever you find difficulty, we will discuss in the online classes. Okay? Thank you.